The question is that, given a robot cleaner in a room modeled as a grid, right? So this grid
Okay.
actually represents a room, 0 and 1s. So this grid has zeros and ones. Uh, each cell in the grid can be empty or blocked. All the grids in the room are marked as 0 and 1. 0 means the cell is blocked. You cannot pass
Okay.
through 0, right?
Okay. Okay.
And 1 means the cell is accessible, right?
Okay.
So what
Okay.
we have to do is that we have to visit each and every cell that contain 1,
Okay.
right? So let's say
Okay.
I have this. So maybe, I have a 0 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, right?
Right.
So maybe what we can do is that we can start from here and I can just traverse this. I'm visiting each and every node. So visiting a cell means cleaning a cell, right? You will visit
Right.
this, you will clean the cell only when you visit the cell. Every robo cleaner is given 4 APIs. So this is the interface of the robot. You can either
Okay.
move the robot, or you can make the robot turn left, or you can make it turn right, or you can
Mhm.
ask him to clean the cell. So for each cell, we will ask the robots to clean that cell, and then we can make him move left, move right, and all those things. We are also given the point where the robot is placed initially. Like in this case, the
Okay.
robot is placed in row 1, column 3. So the
Okay.
initial placement of robot is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the initial placement of the robot. When the robot is initially placed, he is placed facing northward.
Okay.
Right? All that thing
Okay.
is given in the question. Right?
Okay.
The robot is
Okay.
initially placed as a starting position. Row is equal to 1, column is equal to 3. From the top left corner, its position is 1 in the right below and 3 columns height. Right? All right.
Okay.
What we have to do is, when it tries to move into the block cell, it bumps sensor, detector, and obstacle. Right? So we cannot go into the 0 cells. Right? We can only visit
Okay.
the 1 cell. Right?
Okay.
We have to
Okay.
design an algorithm to clean the entire room using only the 4 given APIs shown below. So either we
Okay.
can say robot.turn right, or we can say robot.turn left, or we can say robot.move.
Okay.
So if I say robot.move, then robot will reach this cell. Then if I say robot.turn right, then it will go this cell. If I say
Okay.
robot.turn right again, then it will go to this cell.
Okay.
Right? Now if I say robot.turn right twice, then it will go back. Right?
Okay.
Then we can say robot.turn left, then it will reach here. Then we can say
Okay.
robot.move, then we can move, right? Like this. So we can visit each and every cell like this. All right.
Yes.
So we just have to show an algorithm how you can visit each and every cell that contains 1.
Whenever we have an obstacle, we will try to move it by using left or right, and we'll try to take any of the direction.
So let's say we have obstacles in all the directions. Then what can we do?
Obstacles in all directions?
Yeah, it is possible, right? So let's say we are given this 3x3 grid. And let's say we have 1 here, 0 here, 0 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, maybe 1 here, 1 here, and 0 here. Another thing that is given is that all the cells with 1 are reachable also, right? It is not that we have
Right.
disconnected components.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So
Right.
how can we, let's say the starting point here is this one, right?
Okay.
So you move toward the you say robot.move, then you will reach here, right?
Okay.
Then you clean this cell.
Okay.
Then you say robot.turn left. So you turn left. Then you
Okay.
then you say robot.clean, right? Now you are blocked,
Okay.
right? Because you can't move forward, you can't move downward, you can't move upward, and you are already coming from the backside,
Right.
right? So what will you do?
Maybe we need to start again from where we started, right? Like backtrack to the position where we started.
Exactly. So basically you backtrack, right?
Right.
Remember
Right.
the maze problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the maze problem, what is it that we were doing? So let's say this is the entry, right? And this is the exit, and we want to show the path, right?
Okay.
The algorithm that we are following is that, first try moving downward, then if you don't find the way, then come back and try moving left side. If you don't find the way, then come back and try moving upward. If you don't find the way, then come back and try moving rightward, right?
Okay.
So from this cell, we will go downward. From this cell,
Okay.
we will go downward. From this cell, we will go downward. Now at this cell, we have two options. Either we can go toward the right side or we can go toward the downside. Our algorithm is that go downwards, right?
Right.
So we go downwards, and then this is here we hit the dead end. So whenever
Yes.
we hit dead end, then return back to the same position where we were,
Right.
right?
Right.
Now we have already tried one path. We should be trying the next path. Next path is going toward the right hand side, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's say even this is empty, right? So then we try moving right side. So right side we have three options. Either we can go up or we can go down or we can go right. So first we go down. Now here we hit a dead end. Whenever we hit a dead end, we come back. Then we try the right hand side. So we go toward the right, but then we again hit a dead end, right? So when we hit a dead end,
Yeah.
we return. Then we try going upward. So we try going upward. This is where we are, right? From here we
Yeah.
go right side. From here again we go right side. From here again we go right side. And this is how we will find the way to exit. All right.
Right.
In this case, obviously we are not exploring all the options, right? Because once we
Yes.
find the way, then we will not go into these cells, right? We will never visit this cell. We will never visit this cell, right? But we can just extend this solution to visit each and every cell which can be visited, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
first you try visiting in one direction, let's say the right direction. Then when you are done visiting all the nodes in the right direction, when you are done visiting all the cells in the right direction, then come back and try visiting all the directions in the upward direction, all the cells in the upward direction, right?
Right.
Then when you are done visiting all the cells in the upward direction, then come back and now start visiting all the nodes in the left direction, right?
Right.
When you are
Right.
done visiting all the cells which are reachable from the left side, then come back and now try visit all the cells from which can be reached from the downward direction, right? And then maybe
Yes, sir.
again come back, right?
Yes.
And because it is
Yes.
given in the question that all the cells are reachable, so it means that we should be able to reach to each and every cell.
Yes.
So this backtracking is nothing but DFS, right? Depth first search. So if you give it the name of graph, then this is nothing but the depth first search of graph. Otherwise, you can call it recursion also, you can call it backtracking also, no matter what word we call, right? But ultimately we are
Right.
using the same algorithm.
Yes, sir.
Any question you have?
No, sir.
All right. So the parameter of the function will be something like, we will have the initial row and columns, right? So integer row, integer column, right? And this is like visit, right? And then maybe, we'll have some boolean, or I think we can have void also in this case, right? So we should be
Okay.
maintaining the visited data structure, right?
Okay.
Because if a cell is already visited, then we should not be visiting the same cell twice,
Right.
right? So first we will
Right.
check if visited, if let's say we have a function is visited, we check if this cell is visited or not. If visited
Okay.
of RC is equal to true, then probably we don't need to do anything and just return, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we should mark it as visited, right?
Yes.
So mark visited RC, right? So now we have visited this cell, the current cell, right? And then we should do the same for the nearby cell, right? So we should be doing the same we should be calling the function for RC plus 1, right? R minus 1 C, R C minus 1, and R plus 1 C, right?
Yes, sir.
We should be calling the function for all of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So visit R comma C plus 1. This is the cell toward the toward the right hand side, right?
Yes.
Now
Yes.
obviously we should be visiting this cell first of all only when C is less than n. Let's say n is the length,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
And secondly, only when let's say ARR is the array, So ARR of RC plus 1 is equal to 1 if it is not blocked.
Right.
Right? Only then we should be visiting it. Right?
Right.
And the same rule applies for other 4. Right?
Yes.
And then we should just return.
Yeah.
Alright? So this sounds a reasonable algorithm.
So can you just explain that if condition one more time?
See, we are saying that, let's say you are here. Let's
Okay.
say you are here. So you should not be going toward the right hand side.
Okay.
Right? Because there, this is the boundary, right boundary. Right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
first of all, C should be less than N.
Okay.
Right? Actually, this should be C is less than N minus 1. Right? So C plus 1 should be less than N. Right? And
Right.
second is that the next element should be 1. Right? So let's say you are here.
Okay.
So you should not be visiting the visiting this 0 because 0 is blocked. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So same thing applies for cell toward the left hand side, same thing applies for cell toward the top, same thing applies for cell toward the bottom. The conditions will be different, the checks, the boundary checks will be different, but essentially it will be the same. So if you make 3 right turn, then first you are turning toward the right, then you are turning, now if you make a right turn, then you are actually looking at the bottom, right? Looking below, right?
Move it.
Yeah. So they are saying that, turn right and look at the cell in front of you, right?
Okay.
If that cell is either blocked or visited, then again turn right and look at the cell in front of you.
Okay.
If that cell is either visited or blocked, then again turn right and look at the cell in front of you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
Got it.
when you are turning right 3 times, then essentially what you are doing is that you are turning left side. Right?
Right. Right.
So they have to do it this way because and that API is that we can either turn left or we can turn right or we can move or we can clean. Right?
Yes.
So there is no way that we can turn down or that we can turn up. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So if we want to consider all the 4 cells, then first we turn right, then we turn right again. So we are facing the cell below it. So, we are talking about the same thing, just that, we are using the matrix as it is and they are not using the matrix as it is. They are calling the API of each cell. Right?
Okay. Okay.
And if you can see the description of the problem, then it is given in the problem description that we have to use this API. Right?
Okay.
So if the robot is currently in a particular cell, then we can either turn him right or we can turn him left. Right? We cannot say turn up or turn down. And there is no way that we can find out whether the robot is facing northward or eastward or westward or southward. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So how much time will it take?
Actually, it need to take all type of directions. Is it 4 or N?
So how many times are we visiting each cell?
4 times. Maximum of 4 times.
I take your argument that let's say we are visiting one cell 4 times. Right? Even though we are not visiting it, because once it is marked as visited, then we are not visiting it. We are just checking it. Right?
Right.
But let's say even if we are visiting it, then it will be 4 into n square.
Right. Right.
Right? So it is on the order of n square time complexity. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You understand why it is on the order of n square? Because at each cell, we are taking complexity.